This is the world's largest beetle, and this is my finger. Today, we're finding out how strong these insects really are, and along the way, you'll see some of the strangest, most alien creatures on Earth. At first glance, this beetle looks like something that shouldn't exist. Thick armor, massive horns, and a size that makes your brain immediately assume danger. When you see an insect this large, your instincts kick in before logic ever has a chance. But appearances can be deceiving, and today is about separating fear from reality. Before we get to the beetles, we start with something much smaller, but arguably far more dangerous. Assassin bugs. Even the name sounds like a warning. These insects are predators through and through, built for one thing only: killing efficiently. Inside their enclosure, they move slowly, almost lazily, blending perfectly into bark and shadows. But hidden beneath that stillness is a weapon, a sharp, needle-like mouthpart called a rostrum. When an assassin bug strikes, it doesn't chew, it pierces. Venom and digestive enzymes are injected directly into the prey, breaking it down from the inside. What's left is liquefied, and the assassin bug simply drinks it. When a cricket wanders too close, the change is immediate. One bug locks on. The approach is slow and deliberate. No wasted movement. And then, in an instant, it's over. The rostrum sinks in, and the cricket never has a chance. Watching it feels unsettling, not because it's chaotic, but because of how precise it is. This is a masterclass in silent assassination, a hunting strategy perfected over millions of years. It's a chilling reminder that in the insect world, size is often irrelevant when you have the right tools for the job. From calculated hunters, we move to something that triggers fear on a more primal level: a centipede. Specifically, a giant red-headed centipede, one of the largest species in the United States. This animal doesn't rely on patience, it relies on speed, venom, and overwhelming force. Every leg moves with coordination, rippling like a living weapon. Despite the name, centipedes don't have 100 legs, but they have more than enough to make their movement hypnotic and unsettling. When prey enters the enclosure, there's no hesitation. The centipede lunges, coils, and bites, injecting venom through modified front legs called forcipules. The cricket struggles briefly, then goes still. In the wild, encounters like this are over in seconds. This is an apex predator in miniature, perfectly adapted to its environment. Unlike the assassin bug's stealth, the centipede's attack is pure, unrestrained aggression. It is a raw, powerful display of nature's efficiency. Handling this animal requires immense respect and caution. Its speed is deceptive, and its bite is intensely painful. This is not an animal to be underestimated. To understand just how different insects can be, we move to something often confused with centipedes, but fundamentally opposite in nature: a giant millipede. Unlike centipedes, millipedes are harmless. No venom, no bite, just hundreds of tiny legs moving in gentle waves. It's not deadly, but it's more than enough to deter predators by stinging their eyes and nose. Watching it hunt is a lesson in patience. It waits, it feels for vibrations with its front legs. It tests the air, and when the moment is right, it strikes, pinning prey with its pincers before feeding. Every movement feels ancient, like watching a blueprint nature perfected long before mammals existed. This creature is proof that you don't need venom to be an effective predator, and that even the most frightening-looking animals can be relatively harmless to humans. Finally, we reach the reason this experiment started in the first place. Beetles, specifically testing how strong they actually are. We begin small with a rainbow stag beetle, shimmering purple and green under the light. Its mandibles look sharp enough to cause damage. But when tested against soft materials, the results are surprising. These mandibles aren't designed to crush, they're designed to fight other beetles, pushing, lifting, and locking horns to establish dominance. When it grips my finger, there's a slight pinch, but no real pain. It's more of a warning than an attack. Next comes a larger stag beetle with longer, more intimidating mandibles. Surely this one will crush cardboard or paper, but again, the reality doesn't match the fear. The mandibles close, but the force isn't destructive. They're tools for competition, not weapons for destruction. They are built for leverage, not for biting. You can feel the strength in its grip, but it's a controlled strength, designed for a very specific purpose, wrestling with rivals over territory or mates. And then the Hercules beetle, the largest beetle species in the world. It's thick-bodied, covered in fine, velvety hair, with horns so large they look impractical. This is the insect that inspires both awe and a healthy dose of fear before risking a finger. A carrot is tested first. It grabs on, nothing. A light pinch at most, no crushing force, no snap. The horns are designed to scoop and flip other male beetles, not to bite or pierce. Finally, the finger test. I slowly place my finger between the horns. The beetle closes them gently, and that's it. A pinch. Not pain, not danger, just pressure. This is the moment where fear collapses. The beetle looks like a monster, but it isn't built to hurt us. Its strength isn't measured in bite force. It's measured in its ability to lift many times its own body weight, in its endurance, and in its incredible design. These insects don't exist to scare humans. They exist because they work. Some insects are dangerous. Some are harmless. But almost all of them are misunderstood. When you look past the armor and the legs and the alien shapes, what you find are creatures perfectly adapted to their roles, doing exactly what nature designed them to do. They are a part of a world that is far more complex and fascinating than our fears would have us believe. Thanks for watching.